Wrestling Spotlight. I'm your host, Bree Gannon. Today we have 3 Ashland University wrestlers, 2 of which who are 2018 national champions. We also have Coach Josh Hutchins here as well. With me now is redshirt senior Jordan Murphy, who placed 3rd at the NCAA Division II National Championships. Jordan, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
You went to the national championship and placed 3rd. You lost in the quarterfinals to an opponent that you had to go back and reface for 3rd or 4th place. What were you thinking during that time?
This is awesome. I get another shot, get a little chance at some redemption, some revenge, and just leave it all out there. Have fun. This would be my last time competing, collegiate, and this would be my last time representing Ashland University. So trying to soak all that in, still get my hand raised, and still enjoy it. So it was a rush.
What kind of emotions do you have whenever you think about that you're a top 3 finisher?
Fortunate first, blessed, and then I can think about how awesome it is or was. But a lot of good emotions, a lot of good memories, a lot of good people I met along this journey. So overall, just I can't really, it's not fair to describe it in words.
Last year you went to the national champions and you placed 6th and earned your first All-American title. What was kind of your motivation to come back and do better for this year?
Win it all. Push myself. See how I knew at some point in time I could recognize that early when I first got to Ashland that this was a good move. This was good for me. I've grown as not just as a wrestler but as a person. Mm-hmm. I'm fulfilling some of my goals or my ambitions, or I'm embarking on a mission to try to do so. So early on I knew that, and taking 6th last year, again, my goal is always to win it, everything, all the time. Taking 6th last year was heartbreaking. So to come back the challenge to myself was to try to win it, mm-hmm. and to try to be a better leader, to try to be a better captain, to try to be a better teammate. And I think through all those things, what I just said a little bit earlier was I grew again as a person. Mm-hmm. So ultimately, it was just, I felt like I had some unfinished business.
Yeah.
So
you're actually not the typical college student that most would look at. You're a grad student, correct?
Yeah.
How are you able to kind of balance all of your grad classes with wrestling?
I mean, that's the key word, is balance. Mm-hmm. If I was unable to figure out a way, then I wouldn't have been successful at either. Remembering something that someone told me a long time ago. You're a student athlete, so you're a student first. Mm-hmm. If you can't fulfill that obligation, your obligations to the university as a student, then you won't have the opportunity to participate as an athlete. So making sure that time is of the essence. Like it's important, and just utilizing and making sure that I'm doing the right things with my time so that I can excel in both, if that makes sense.
What kind of plans do you have for post-grad life?
I don't know yet. I have some options and some opportunities, and I'm talking to some people. And again, just fortunate that I am in a position, and Ashland University has afforded me, and wrestling has afforded me these options and these opportunities. When I graduated undergrad, I didn't have not nearly as many options mm-hmm. and opportunities. And I can look at both being a graduate student at Ashland and being a wrestler as the 2 reasons to why I have more options now. So I have a few things on the table. Whatever I do, I just need to make sure I'm happy doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
If I don't enjoy it, then it doesn't matter where I'm located mm-hmm. or how much I'm making. If I don't enjoy it, I don't think I can give my best version of me every day. So.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Jordan, and congratulations on such a successful season.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You too. After the break, we'll talk to one of 2 national champions, Brett Romanzak. Stay tuned.
Guided by our tradition of excellence for over 100 years, Ashland University now offers undergraduate and graduate degrees fully online, with bachelor degrees ranging from communication to criminal justice, and graduate degrees in business, education, and many more. These are quality programs that you can complete fully online with the flexibility and affordability you desire. Apply today at ashland.edu.
Welcome back to the AU Wrestling Spotlight. I'm your host, Bree Gannon. With me now is redshirt sophomore and national champion Brett Romanzak. Brett, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
You're the first underclassman to win a national championship title since 1996. What does it feel like to end your year with that title?
It feels great. And I said the night I won it that it's really hard to put into words and just can't really describe it. And even a month later, it's still tough to really, pick a word or sentence that describes it. But it's great. I mean, that's the goal, and to go and win it was awesome.
Take me through all the obstacles that you had to face to overcome and how you won that title.
The biggest obstacle was just, getting my mental edge right and really almost figuring out myself, because I think I was the only one holding myself back from getting to that level. So throughout the year, kind of perfecting that, having that mentality and attitude in training and in preparation and all that leading up. I think once I got that figured out, it really helped me out at nationals.
You have kind of an interesting story. Your first year you redshirted, your second year you went to nationals, went 0-2, and then this year you're a national champion. What was your motivation to do better?
Just getting there and seeing the stage and then failing like that and having those failures and taking those losses really didn't sit well. And coming back, I knew I wanted to be on that podium, and there's no better place than on the top of it. So that's what I was shooting for, and that's what I worked for, and it was great to go and do it.
Did you expect to do so well this year?
Yeah, I had high expectations coming from last year. I knew I put in a lot of work over the summer, and I could feel how much more I'd improved and how much better I'd gotten. So I was really expecting to do well. So I wasn't surprised, really.
How did you come up with your decision to wrestle here at Ashland?
It was just love the school. It was a great fit academically. Loved the coaches and the team. And when I took my visit up here, it felt right and knew instantly it was the place I needed to be.
What are your goals for next season?
Goal number one is the same as this past year: is go get a national title. And it's always tougher to repeat than it is to get the first. So I know that going in, and just going to put in that same amount of work and keep focused on improving every day and see what happens.
Okay. Thank you so much, Brett, and congratulations on your title.
Thank you.
Coming up next, I will sit down with AU Wrestling head coach Josh Hutchins. Stay tuned.
For over 100 years, Ashland University has helped form and encourage its students' passions and purposes. We have created a unique, personalized, and transformative learning experience where students graduate not only well prepared for their careers, but also as well-rounded global citizens, ready to make a difference in their communities. Visit us at AU, where the accent is on you.
Is health just about perfect numbers? Does anything magical happen when you reach them? At Ohio Health, we believe health is an ongoing journey. With its ups and downs, its challenges and its triumphs. We believe wellness and sickness are both part of a lifelong partnership. Because at Ohio Health, we believe your best health is always within reach.
Welcome back to the AU Wrestling Spotlight. I'm your host, Bree Gannon. With me now is AU Wrestling head coach Josh Hutchins. Coach, welcome and thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
You've been here for 5 years and already have 3 national champions under your belt. What does that say about you as a coach?
Well, it says that I'm surrounded by great people. The 3 guys that have won national titles in that time, they've worked really hard, not just here at AU, but over their whole lives to really prepare themselves to be in that position to win. And really we have several guys, All-Americans, national qualifiers, and a whole team full of guys that are working really hard. And I just think that they're great wrestlers, great students, and great people, and I've been really fortunate to be around them.
What kind of philosophy do you follow whenever you coach?
Well, basically a holistic philosophy. We look at guys as not just wrestlers, but we're looking at them coming in as being students. Students first, wrestlers, but look at them as whole people. So we try to bring them in, make sure they're a good fit for the school, a good fit for the program, and then while they're here, just try to hopefully have them leave better than when they came in.
What does it mean to you and to the wrestling program as a whole to have not only 3 national champions, but 2 that were named in the same year?
Well, it was amazing for the program. When we were at the national tournament, somebody had asked about, right after we won the 2nd national title, and said, well, what do you think about that? And I said, it's hard to believe that it actually happened. 'Cause it is hard to win one national title. You know, when you go to the national tournament, sometimes the best guy just doesn't win, and we've had that happen many times. And so to get there and have actually 2 of them happen, it was amazing. And I think it's hopefully a good springboard for the program to continue to go where it's been going.
Looking at next season, who on the team so far has kind of the potential to rise up, or is there anybody that you're really recruiting right now to kind of help the team out?
Well, we have our returning national qualifiers. Obviously, Brett, you know, winning a national title, we expect a lot out of him coming back. He knows it won't be easy, but we definitely have high hopes for him. And then we have, you know, the other guys, Lawrence Studgeon, who qualified, Chandler Menard, who redshirted last year, but he has qualified twice. Christian Price qualified, and Deacon McCoy also qualified. So those guys are expected to come back and hopefully get back to the national tournament in place. And then we'll have a bunch of other guys that are returning starters and guys that are competing for starting spots over the last couple of years. And with freshmen, we really have a team that we don't really expect a lot of freshmen to come in and produce right away. But you know, we get good surprises. So sometimes we'll have 1 or 2 guys that can compete for a starting spot in the lineup.
Okay. Thank you so much, Coach, for joining me, and congratulations on such a successful season.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we have one more national champion to join me on the couch to talk about his title. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the AU Wrestling Spotlight. I'm your host, Bree Gannon. Here with me now is 2-time All-American and national champion in the 197 weight class, Luke Kramer. Luke, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Last time you were here, we talked about your 3rd place finish, and you said that your goals for this season were to kind of stay at the top of your game in that #1 spot, and you did. You're a national champion. How does it feel to end your career at the top of your game?
It was definitely a good feeling. You know, we go all year working hard and definitely trying to reach that end goal of being on top of the podium at the end of the year. So to have the whole team and everybody with us on that journey out to Iowa, it was definitely a good feeling.
You were undefeated throughout almost your entire season, and then you lost 1 match. Did you kind of, going into nationals, have it in the back of your head that, hey, I can pull this off, I can do it, I can win?
I mean, I think the loss at that time of the year was good for me, made me realize a little bit, and definitely boosted my work ethic and, you know, consistency in the room. After I got done with that match, I texted Jordan and said I need to work on some things and, you know, need to hit the mat harder. And it kind of got me to realize, you know, I'm not where I need to be by this time of the year, and we got a short time left. So the match that I lost was good for me, but it made me realize a little bit and definitely got me to work harder towards the end of the year to reach that end goal, being national champion.
You and Brett became the 6th and the 7th national champions in the program, but the first pair to win it all together in the same year. How much more special is it that you were able to win alongside one of your close friends and teammates?
Definitely a special moment. And for him, he's got a couple years left, so, you know, he can be able to do big things, and he's got a couple years left. For me, it was my last time on the stage, and after he won, it was kind of all for me then, so I had to win.
Yeah. What kind of advice would you give to your teammates who are kind of looking to do the same thing that you have done?
Consistency and hard work in the room. You know, you surround yourself with good teammates and hard workers. That's where you grow. You know, it's definitely in the practice room is one time, but, you know, outside of the normal practice time, there's plenty of other stuff you can do. There's other teammates you can work on. Always something. You know, hitting the weight room hard and just staying consistent with it. You know, if you go the whole year working hard, you'll get to where you want to be at the end of the year.
Congratulations on such a successful season and all 4 years here as well.
Thank you for having me.
That's it for this AU Wrestling Spotlight. For all of our guests and crew, I'm Bree Gannon. Thanks for watching.